Hey, everybody. Welcome to Leo's 10-month birthday question and answer. So, if anybody has any questions about Leo, let me know. He's a very spirited kitten right now, and I at least got him in the start of the video. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do towards the end of this video. He's looking at himself right now, actually, and me talking. But anyway, I'm Tim. I'm Leo's cat dad. And, he's 10 months old today. Actually, that means he was conceived roughly about this time, about a year ago. So I'm guessing his mom went to kind of a wild 4th of July party and hooked up with a tomcat. And next thing you know, out comes Leo and his whole family. So I'm hoping to be able to show you a few things, answer a few questions about Leo. So if you want to ask me any questions, you can just go ahead and ask me in the chat. So, hey. They're going to ask you questions, Leo. Okay, I'm going to let him go. Okay, this is going to get interesting because he may walk on the screen. So the biggest question most people have about Leo will be where did he come from? And actually, Leo came from Ozarks Cat and Canine Rescue down in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Uh-oh, he found the treats. And so the backstory on Leo is that I had another cat. His name was Max, and Max was a beautiful Norwegian forest cat. He was about 15 and a half years old. And around Thanksgiving time last year, he started to get sick, and he wouldn't eat, and he wouldn't. There's Leo's tail. No, don't walk across. Here, why don't you walk over here, Leo? And so anyway, he got sick, and he stopped eating, and he stopped. I took him to the vet, and it turned out he had a mouth problem. In fact, he had a get your face in there, Leo. They want to see you, not me. So he had a mouth problem, and it turned out it was cancer, and so we did some surgery on him. We did the absolute best we could with him, and in the end, it just didn't work. So I ended up, I knew I couldn't have a house without another cat in it. So I went ahead and started looking around on Pet Finder, and I stumbled upon this guy. So he was at Ozarks Cat and Canine Rescue, and later on I'll try and show you where that's located. If I can do a screen share here without a kitten fighting me in my lap. But so he was one of a family of 3 kittens, and then the mom came in to the shelter, and they were found around, I believe, around an apartment building, and they came in right around New Year's time frame, and they're very, very hissy and spicy, so they all were initially given Spice nicknames. And Leo's nickname, our shelter name, was actually Chipotle, and his mom and all of them had different spice names like jalapeno and chili and things like that. So anyway, he was Chipotle, and yeah, I know. And so then when I saw his, okay, you're out of here for a while. Okay, so Leo took off. So anyway, I went down and looked at him and just met him, and he was just really such a delightful kitten, super, super sweet, super nice, and he was just so easy to get along with, and he was just a really, really just nice kitten. So and things ended with my Max. Sadly, we finally had made the decision that it was time to put him down, and he was just very, very sick. He was actually doing pretty well the day before, but then he took a big nosedive the next day, and I kind of had already figured out when might be a good time, so that's what we did. So then, Leo arrived shortly on the scene after that, and he was a great kitten. He was super fun, super sweet. And that's when all the games began. And I didn't really intend to having a YouTube channel about Leo, but I went ahead and just posted a couple of videos, and people seem to like them. Next thing you know, they're getting thousands of views. And at this point, Leo has had 500,000 YouTube views. So I was already creating some other videos, which would be for my military vehicle channel. And so I collect, restore World War II vehicles, and I'm very much into military vehicles. If I think that my kitten stuff confuses the military vehicle people, and the military vehicle people are confused by the kitten stuff. But anyway, I kind of do both of those. So anyway, just started posting videos, and that's kind of what got us to this point. So next question: what does Leo eat? Leo eats mostly Purina Pro Plan kitten, and I supplement in. He gets some treats here and there. I don't give him Temptations; those are apparently not very healthy. But he gets greenie treats. I try and buy in some like Blue Buffalo natural treats. And the other thing is I try and get him soft food of different kinds and different flavors. I know that kittens imprint when they're younger in terms of what food that they're willing to eat. And we had a lot of trouble with Max when he was older because he didn't really like wet food. He didn't like a lot of different kinds of wet food. And with a tooth problem, he couldn't really crunch kibble that well. So I ended up, so it was just a real big problem with Max. So with Leo, I decided I wanted to get him to taste as much food as I could, many, many different kinds of food. So, we're reaching the changeover point from kitten to cat food here soon. So we'll see how that goes. What is Leo's personality like? I've had 8 cats in my life. Leo is he's a very funny cat. He's very sweet, number one. He's very friendly. Like when I come home from work, he runs up and just lays on me and is like, hey, how's it going? How was your day? And he's very playful. He'll get the zoomies about once a day that I see. He may be doing it more when I'm at work or something. And he's very curious. He's a little bratty. He's a teenager. He's 10 months right now. So he would be like a high school student. But okay, what are some of his quirks? He just loves bubble wrap. And I discovered this when he was a kitten. I have a bunch of bubble wrap because I end up shipping and mailing different things. And he found that bubble wrap. And if you go back, all you have to do is go on to the Leo channel and search for bubble wrap, and you'll find a bunch of videos. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, he drugged this piece of bubble wrap. It was like the size of a book, probably that thick. And he drug it up the stairs and down the hallway. And when I tried to take it from him, he bit me. And that video is pretty funny. If you haven't seen that one. Let's see here. Where does Leo sleep? He's got, like any cat, he's got a bunch of different places. He's got a spot that I call his lair, which is a space under the coffee table. It has a cat bed in there, but he doesn't really sleep on the cat bed. He actually sleeps using the cat bed as a pillow, kind of to his side. It's funny because he started doing that when he was 5 months old, and now he's 10 months old. So, when he was a small 6-pound kitten, and just weighed him today, and he's just under 11 pounds right now. So, he's got that massive tail. He's got the biggest tail of any cat I've ever seen. So you may not pick up on that in his videos, but he's still getting fluffy. So we'll see how big he is. But is he a real Maine Coon? That kind of ties back into, that's a common question. In fact, I had one guy get really downright rude with me about Leo. Is Leo a Maine Coon? And the question is, I don't know, but he's got a lot of Maine Coon traits. I think he looked a little bit more like a Maine Coon when he was younger. And sometimes I look at him and go, yeah, he's definitely a Maine Coon. He's got a lot of Maine Coon in him. But in the end, he's a shelter cat, and he was a stray. He came from a family of strays. And his mom was kind of a tortoiseshell or a tortie. with a little bit of orange in her and kind of almost like a grayish blue color. And he had two brothers that were short-haired ginger boys. One of them's name is Moses now. And he was adopted first, and then Leo went out second. And then he had another brother, ginger brother, who's a little more muted orange than Leo was. And then he had a sister who was just a cute little gray tabby. So none of his other family members look like a Maine Coon, but he definitely has a different face structure. He's a bigger cat. He's got the massive tail. He's got the tufts under the feet. He's a long-haired cat, and he's got the tufts on the top of his ears. So he's not a purebred, and I would never get a purebred just because there's a lot of great shelter cats out there. And my Max was a shelter cat. He was fantastic, and Leo is a fantastic cat, and he came from a shelter. So. By the way, if you're interested in donating anything to the channel, I would suggest you go to Ozarks Cat and Canine Rescue. They spell cat with a K, and it's their website is Ozarks Cat and Canine.com. And you can go on there, and they actually have a list of their adoptable animals if you happen to be in Missouri. Or nearby and you're interested in one of their animals. And then also they have different ways that you can give. And they have like a shopping list. You can go on Amazon and drop ship orders to them for different things. So that's one way you can give back. And it's a really great shelter. It's a no-kill shelter. They did a great job with Leo and his family. All of his family members have been adopted. Okay, who are Leo's friends? Well, mostly he hangs out with me. He hangs out with Stephanie, who's my girlfriend. She comes over here every once in a while just to hang out with him. And me. Occasionally she pays attention to me, but she just loves Leo. And he hasn't seen a lot of other people here. But he has also, he's got a few other animals that he interacts with. He's a pure indoor cat. But there's I call it Oreo cat who comes by. He's a white and black tuxedo cat that comes by, and they kind of check each other out through the window. And there's the squirrels, and there's another cat that I call Panda Cat that comes around, but he's kind of a troublemaker. And then there's another cat across the street who used to come out quite a bit, and he would come over and say hi to Max. I haven't seen. His name is Nichols. He's a black cat, and I haven't seen Nichols in a while. So he may come over and say hi. I'm not sure. But Leo does not go outside. And I did that with Max. Max was an indoor-outdoor cat as he got older, but I kept him inside for about the first 3 or 4 years of his life until he got his tomcat nature out of him. I may or may not do that with Leo. Max was a much happier cat after he went outside. But we'll just have to see how that goes. But for now, he's an indoor cat. Let's see. What are Leo's favorite toys? Number one favorite toy, I call them paw balls. They're like little foam soccer balls. And he carries them around. He bats them around. And he just loves them. And he's probably got like 20 of them. In fact, I probably need to go and clear out under the love seat. And I'll probably find a dozen of them under there. So that's his number one favorite. He also has some small little toy mice that he plays with, and crinkle paper. He just loves just tissue paper and climbing under it. He's much happier when he's got like a paper bag or a box he can kind of hide behind and pounce out at things. And he's got some other kind of random cat toys. He has caught 2 mice, and he caught one pretty early on. And the other thing is he caught a bird in the house. If you've not seen that video, I'd suggest you go back and catch that one. Somehow a bird got in my house, and this was maybe in the first 2 weeks that I had Leo. So the time frame on this is probably early March of 2002, if that helps date the video. But I was getting dressed to go to work, and next thing you know, bird flies through my living room. I have no idea how this bird got in my house. And then, so the bird then flies into this room here. There's a bed right over here, and there's a window there. And the bird kind of lands in the window, and out of nowhere, Leo jumps up and grabs this bird, and he's got it in his mouth, and it's on this bed right behind me. So I got the bird from him, and he didn't harm the bird. And then I got him away from the bird, and then I got the bird into a crate, and then I let the bird go outside. So I think that's probably been his very favorite toy, but he doesn't get to play with those anymore. Okay, let's see some of the funnier things that Leo did when he first got here, like in the first day. In fact, you can go back, the very first video on the Leo channel is when he got to this house, and I actually was trying to capture the moment he actually opened the crate door, but I missed it by like 30 seconds. I forgot to press start. But anyway, he actually from about 30 seconds on, you can kind of check out when he first moved into the house. But the second day he was here, this house has a balcony, and he likes to hang out on that balcony. You've probably seen videos of him doing that. But there's a window right there, and he jumped onto that window. And next thing you know, he's stuck up there. I believe that was maybe that was the first day he was here, and he jumped up in that window. So I had to get a chair, and I'm trying to get him down, and he jumped down, he landed on Steph and kind of scratched her. And then he did it again later on. And finally, I just put like a cat bed there so he couldn't jump up there. So that was funny. Catching the bird was another one. And so trying to see a lot of the stuff that he did. The one time he jumped in the tub, there's a video. I just happened to be videoing when that happened. And one of my rules when I video Leo is that I don't create situations for him. Like, I just try and document what he's doing. And he did that on his own. He jumped in the tub all by himself. So, and then of course he ran off. And he's very curious about water. The other day I was grilling outside, and he likes to sleep on the sliding glass door on the back side of the house. And he had fallen asleep and forgotten I was out there. So when I went to slide the glass door, he was freaked out, and he was doing the Halloween hissy cat thing. So final question is, will Leo get a companion? And the answer is, I don't know. But I know cats are very, very territorial. And that can change their personality. I think Leo's doing pretty well as a solitary cat. Of course, he hangs out with me and Steph, and he's got all these other animals that he interacts with outside. So, and the house that I'm in has got a lot of big windows and different places to lay and sleep and things like that. So, I looked at some other kittens and trying to decide if I want to get another kitten or bring another cat in here. And I'm unsure at this point, but for now, I don't think there's a reason. I think he's such a good kitten. I just don't want to mess that up, because sometimes cats get really weird when another cat comes in. And he's very, very good natured, but we'll see. So anyway, that's the live stream on Leo. So I appreciate any of you watching, and if you have any other questions about Leo, you can just go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I'll kind of collect those up, or maybe I will go ahead and respond to those and the comments also. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching Leo. Again, Leo has basically 500,000 YouTube views, and 1,200 followers are on my YouTube channel. About 100 of those are here to look at Army Jeeps, and I think 1,100 of those are here to watch videos of my super, super cute kitten, who has not made an appearance again. So anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.